Hey guys,
We're back.
And today we're bringing you guys all things The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Africa episode 2. And there's a lot to unpack, but before we do that, don't forget
to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Turn on your post notifications and let's do it.
Let's feel the reality. So, the last time we were at the dinner table, story times were going off. Dr. C was like, yeah, let me tell you. Little did Dr. C know that the producers are a weapon formed against her.
They have a little surprise.
Because as she is, out there telling them, and then, Zena, Mina, activist, Mina, I'm the right one. Is it not the devil herself? Is it not Zena? Speak of the devil, and
the devil appears.
So we meet Zena for the first time.
And I think I speak for everyone when I say, yes, it was episode 2.
Yes.
But that was the first time we saw Dr. C being silenced. She was
literally shaking in her boots. Like, she couldn't believe this was her real life. Like, I saw her watching Zena introduce herself and thinking, this cannot be real life. Like, I literally saw her scan the room and think, this is not happening to me right now.
And I felt like in her head, as Zena's walking in, like, it's looking like a slow-mo, like,
it was definitely slow-mo. Did you see her hug?
Life. Yes.
It took her a minute to, like, just get up and, like, hug her. Like, she was like,
what is actually happening right now?
She was so taken aback, and Princess was eating it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Princess was eating it up. Princess is like, I bought Zena, now we're Gena, and tell us what's the goal, because, wow, she has literally been holding us hostage. Hey, she's been a problem, and you apparently are the cause of it. Fix it. Hey? But her side comments were eating up. Her side comments were everything.
I must say, though, and as much as I feel like all the other ladies, like, because it was Princess, like, everyone else was also like wanting Zena to come in on top, girl, like, what? Tell us, like,
what happened? What happened? Especially because she walked in while they were talking about the tea. So it was like, period.
Now you can confirm or deny what Dr. C just said. I must say that Zena really disappointed me.
No, she gave us a whole bunch of
nothing. Because she's just sitting there, and it's like, I don't know whether, like, because for me,
I don't know.
If I was in her shoes, like, I feel like her arriving later on was such a power play and a power move. It was. So even when she walked in, like, the energy she was giving, like, in her diary session, like them showing us, like, how she was in her own franchise. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is about to eat Dr. C.
Same.
Because also, like, as a person, when like something bad happened with someone and then, like, it's been years since you've seen them, or it's been a minute since you've seen them, of course, like, you've played that situation in your mind so many times, and now you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I'd said
and imagine she was on a whole plane ride at the hotel waiting, like, she had her time.
Okay, so now I'm thinking she's gonna sit down at that dinner, cross her legs, and tell Dr. C her ndabas. And I was like, I feel like even as a producer, I'd be disappointed.
Same. I was actually thinking what you were thinking.
From a producer lens?
What?
I totally would have been like,
what a waste of my twist.
Because, what
a waste of my twist. I could have picked somebody else. I really could have chosen somebody else. But yeah, she walked in and gave us a whole bunch of nothing. And at first I thought, maybe she's intentionally just, like, doing this because she was, like, staring her down. So I was like, oh, perhaps she's just saying, not today, but someday I'll still, like, let you speak today. But of course, if you're speaking, like, you're going to shake in your boots if I'm sitting right here looking at you in the eye. So I assumed that, you know what, perhaps she's still going to give us a little something
later.
Maybe this is her strategy. But I definitely was disappointed because I thought she'd come in and it'd be guns blazing. Absolutely. And it would be almost like that thing of, okay, you were saying.
Absolutely.
But it was none of that. She just kind of said hi and sat and stared her down and then answered that one question where they said, do you think she's acting?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was that. But I mean, I did enjoy seeing Dr. C shaking in her boots. That was an experience and a half.
She was clutching at straws, trying to, like,
grasp even
also,
her words.
But also maybe she was, like, now that I think about it, maybe Zena was also trying to, like making a power move kind of thing.
Yes.
Because really, I feel like Dr. C couldn't necessarily read her. I think was it Annie who said she had such a poker face. So I think Dr. C, that's another thing where she was just like trying to say whatever. Let's put on a show. Let's and then it's just like, what the hell?
What was that? Like
from the moment Zena sat down, Dr. C became so weird.
Yeah,
everything that she did after that moment,
she
was so weird. Because let's talk about when she calls the producer.
Yes, we wake up in the morning, and I think my girl had time to lay down.
Oh, absolutely.
And really reflect and
sleep on it.
You know what? I don't deserve this. Because you took me out of my house. You brought me to Brazil and you didn't tell me that the enemy is going to look me in the eye. Worst part is this is my story. This is my story and you're not going to write it for me. So what is she doing here? Matter of fact, I'm not leaving this room. Because what is she doing here? How did you feel about her taking that moment and realizing, you know what? I'm calling the heads up. I'm calling the woman at the top. And I'm going to ask her why she brought me here. Firstly, this is the first that we've seen
this.
Very interesting. But yeah, thoughts?
I think from episode 1, we could really tell that Dr. C thinks she is the main character.
Yeah,
because she's the main character in her own life. She feels like every space that she enters into, she will be that bitch, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was just one of those moments where maybe she was thinking, oh my gosh, like, I was the tea yesterday. I was the one that made yesterday, like, feel alive. Blah, 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 blah. So
and they picked me
the star
from Nairobi.
player. Like, I am the star player. I am that girl. So how can you do this to me? Like, in essence, it felt like she was saying, like, you guys are backstabbing me because... I am the one that's carrying the show right now. I am the star. And as the star, I feel like I should have been given a heads up or like a warning that...
Or we could have decided together.
Absolutely. And I would have voted against that. Actually. As a matter of fact.
And you would have done what I said.
No. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, so this conversation, what does she think is going to be the end result of her trying to have this conversation with the producer?
You know, my girl likes a reaction. You know, that's the truth. I think we're trying a reaction. Hence, even at the dinner, she said to Zena, let's give them like a show. Because at that moment, Zena wasn't giving her a reaction. And now that I think about it, at the end, Zena kept saying, like, knowing her is understanding how you must act. And perhaps that silence thing does kill her because we saw it shake her in her boots. So... it's giving she just wanted someone to react to her and to get that back and forth and, you know, that I'm affecting you right now. So I think she was honestly just trying to get attention from the producers. I don't think she wasn't not going to go to the thing. She was definitely going to go because if she's not there, then, like, of course, she's not appearing. Yeah. And, of course, that's what she wants. She wants to be the main character. But it was literally giving, like, I'm a little kid who needs attention. Give me my attention. Because God knows she probably knew that they weren't going to kick Uzana out.
Of course not. Because hence I'm saying, like, what was the point? And what you're saying is absolutely right. But also maybe it's also feeding into this main character thing that, like, she's the one that called the producer. Like, now on the show, there's the moment, you know, where I called the producer.
And nobody's done this before.
Like,
no one's done this
my
before.
Goodness.
I'm the first person.
I think what you're saying is tick, tick, tick. Because it leads me to... the breakfast thing that she did.
Now, what was
because
that?
Before we even get into what the hell was that, I do want to say that we need to recognize that because she was having a reconciliation meeting, I'm guessing,
with the Durbanites.
So that's Jojo, Angel, and Annie, right? And so we clearly saw how Angel and Jojo were kind of like, no, it's okay, like, let's move on. Bridge under the water. Water under the bridge.
Bridge under the water. That's so real. It is the bridge under the water, though. Because is the water actually under the bridge? I get that.
But she said water under the bridge.
They were more than
like, and then Annie was kind of the one who was like, I'll think about it. And I think she was kind of like, what the hell? Like, that's not what I was expecting.
She said, I'll show her. Like, show her what?
What are you going to show her?
All she's saying is, I'm waiting for your actions to match your words. That's it.
Absolutely.
I take your words, I'm processing them, and I'm going to see by your actions if you truly mean them.
But to give the people context.
Yes.
What happened was, so first it was just Jojo and Annie.
Yes.
Sitting down by the counter thingy.
The bar thing.
Yeah, the bar place. And thinking they like having breakfast, drinks, whatever. And then in walks Dr. C. And she's
Mind you, she just told the producer she's done.
Yes. Then she's like, oh my gosh, guys, like, I just want to apologize for my behavior, like, from yesterday, you know. Actually, I did know you guys. Now that I think about it, now that I've saved
now that I'm reflecting,
now that I dig deep,
now that I'm
from the TV that I don't have in my house,
in my living room,
I'm realizing that I actually do know you.
No, I know you guys.
And as a matter of fact, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
That's how much I love you. Like, I love you so much. I am your number one fan.
Absolutely. It's just, I was having a diva moment, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I was just having a diva moment.
Transparency is key.
Absolutely. And I think for us to get along going forward, I felt that it's imperative that I bring this forth and, you know, we can find a way to move forward and become friends. Kumbaya, my lord. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like that makes so much sense.
Oh, Jojo, shame. One thing with Jojo.
Stop apologizing. And he said, Angel walks in and she's kind of like, oh, I hear you out. Like, people deserve second chances. And he was like, no. So what do you think the plan was? Because I know what I think she was doing. But what do you think?
You think she was recruiting minions?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was giving like I need to get more people on my side because now my enemy is in the room. So if my enemy pulls aside like these people on the side and talks to them, then they're automatically on that side.
Absolutely.
So if ever there is like a situation where we're facing head on, this whole room is going to be that side. I'm going to be one woman, and she claims she thrives in that, but I don't think that's the case. But I think Annie read her for filth when she said she's a narcissist, and I won't go as far as calling her that, but I will say her behaviors are that. Like, I mean, everything's about her. Like, everything is about her. In that moment, she felt like she completely like affected these women's experience, and as much as yes, they were like, what? I don't think any of them, even Jojo and Angel, the reason they were like, oh, okay, I don't think any of them really like
deeped it like
deeped
that.
Her. Because it's not like she was doing anything like, not even malicious, but aside from just being petty and being weird, I don't think she did anything really mean. So I think the ladies were just like, okay. I mean, I don't think we're at the point of apologizing, but go off, Sana, if you want to do that. But it's giving like this is all about me. Everybody focus on me. Like everyone, look. Like the minute in Jay, any attention goes anyway. Like let me place myself. Yes, it's giving. I want to be a main character in everyone's life. Yeah. But you're right. So that if push comes to shove, these people like me.
And I think because she could clearly see that nobody likes her.
No.
Like,
and at first she claimed she didn't care.
Made it clear. Yes, and at first she claimed that she didn't care, and she also didn't know why people didn't like her. Like, to her, it was
she knew, so guys.
She knew very well why people didn't like her, which is why she was able to pull herself towards herself, humble herself, and go apologize to them. Because honestly speaking, if you're saying, hey, well, what did I do? Everyone's just coming for me, then you wouldn't feel the need to apologize because according to you, you're a saint.
But to also show she didn't mean it, like her diaries and what is going on, like Akfani, like I'm saying, Annie, she's saying to them, guys, forgive me. Yeah. Annie is saying our process that she says to Annie, okay, that's cool. In the back, at the thing in the confessionals, she talk about how I'll show the problem. Angel and Jojo, oh my gosh, amazing. The problem is this one. Like, that's odd, because I thought you're a changed woman. I thought all is well. And if genuinely you were changing in the diary session, you would have said, you know what, Annie doesn't trust me as yet, but
I'll prove to her that
it's a process. We're getting there. I plan to be peaceful, but to show Uguts, my girl, is chaos down. She said, there'll be a reason for her not to like me.
Period.
Make that make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And I think if the sooner we realize that anything that surrounds Dr. C doesn't make sense, I think the better for all of us. And I feel that Annie was at that place. Like, even though like it was only day one after meeting her, like from day two, she was already like with this whack ass apology. She said, actually, you're so weird.
Keep it.
And like, okay, but don't think that I'm gonna sit here and make you feel better about yourself and say that no, it's okay. Like, I'm gonna take the time that I need, because what you're doing right now is you're manipulating me. Yeah. And I'm not gonna fall for that. Which clocked that Annie.
No, she clocked that. She hates bad behavior.
Absolutely. All the time.
Hates bad behavior like Annie.
Like, wow.
Annie hates bad behavior. Don't badly behave around Annie.
But then that leads us to them going to the beach.
Oh, let's go to the beach. Beach.
Let's go get away.
That song. She's so old.
You know when they say another day, another dollar?
Oh. My son was ever born.
Oh, absolutely. Because
at the beach,
those outfits were giving another day, another dollar. I said, are we watching Real Housewives right now?
Guys, I've seen a beach where it's ras. And le.
Because firstly, guys, I think we have this conversation because we've had this conversation about Rod before. And I think it was when Ulonti was like, the whole like designer stuff.
The designer.
And we were like, guys, we need to understand that at the end of the day, Housewives is about a luxury.
Yes.
Like we cannot take that away. Like we need to be sitting in our homes and thinking, my goodness, even the fact that I'm watching Housewives is a reason for me to get up and go work.
I need to go work,
right? But I'm not seeing that on my screen right now with the ultimate ghost trip.
Ladies.
Because what was Madame wearing yet again?
Oh, Madame. Who is styling Madame, guys? Who?
Madame Stylist,
come to the front.
Come to the front of the line.
I'm sure non-existent.
It's Madame herself.
Madame is giving. She's at that age where, like, for her, it's she's expressing herself.
Okay.
But that beachwear, guys.
Annie's,
Madame. Annie's looks like something I'd wear. Maybe like if I'm going to my pool.
Absolutely.
Like if I'm like just swimming in my backyard.
Let me look for that costume I bought years ago.
Not even look for it specifically. You're just like, I could like go in for a dip, and then you're like, okay, first costume I see, I grab it, I wear it, I go and dip in my pool, I get out, I shower, I wrap up the day. What was that? I mean, you see, hating is not good. That's what that costume felt like to me. Didn't give like.
I'm in Brazil. It's not giving. I'm in Brazil.
It didn't.
I'm on Real Housewives Ultimate Ghost Trip. It was not giving that. Miriam, I must say, she's
almost there.
Tea. She's always tea.
Always.
I don't necessarily think that it was the outfit for the occasion.
I said to us, okay, maybe like if it was a little more see-through or gappy in the wool, like in the, because it was quite tight-knit. Like, but unless she's like, I don't know, we don't know her. Unless she's
like in terms of,
but she's not. She showed us like her tits almost full thing. So I don't think she is. I think that was just a choice. Yeah, I think it should have been a bit more like, you know, the swimwear wool look is more gappy. Like I think it should have done that. It was giving structure, and I don't think swimwear should give structure. Swimwear should give like flowy. It should give sitting. Like it should give. It's ready to come off.
Yes.
So it didn't give that. That gave it could be an outfit. Like I could be going to have lunch
with the girl.
Yes, and I don't know about that. I'm not too sure, but she was the closest to yeah. Actually, it just needed to look more swimweary, but it was tea. I wouldn't lie. She's always
Princess also kind of gave.
Yeah.
Princess gave.
Princess always gives.
With the long
I want to say
thing.
Princess always gives her brand, like you know. Yes. So I also liked Princess. I thought it was tea. I think it worked for her. Yep. Who else? Angel. What was Angel wearing?
Angel wasn't wearing. She was wearing like a. Was it red? Was it pink? It was like a tight fit situation.
I don't know. Her and Jojo are not memorable when I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it wasn't anything.
I don't know. I think the ladies should put more effort into swimwear, and maybe they think, swimwear, you know, swimwear. What much can you do? But my thing is, these are your outfits because you're in Brazil, you're on vacation, so we're gonna see you, yes, in clothes, but like we're going to see you also 50% of the time in swimwear. So I feel like people should have really gone out their way to get like beautiful swimwear. I know so many like African designers that exist on TikTok that do like this new fashion, like bright colors, like this very bold, I guess Afrocentric look with costumes. I thought that's what I was gonna get, but no, because like that's what it should give. This is like African women that are in, you know, Brazil, but it's not giving that. I just feel like they lost out on so many opportunities to like wear a lot of African swimwear brands that exist. So I don't know. It's not like you're swimming anyway. Let's be so for real. So as long as it gives swimwear and it looks amazing, you would have been fine because it's not like you're swimming.
Wait, we forgot. We forgot doctors.
Dr. C's costume was giving. once again. And I love my queen. Problematic makes the show.
Oh my
God. Her swimwear was giving ukoko.
Was that swimwear?
I think it was. It was. It just. It was appropriate for her.
To me, it looked like a dress that like 7-year-old me would wear to like Sunday school.
No.
And that is my truth.
No, it was a costume. Didn't you see under?
No.
Like under?
No.
You didn't see?
No.
It was a costume.
No, I did not see that.
Okay.
I just saw this really dressy dress
Tough crowd
thing that looked Sunday schooly, I guess.
Tough crowd.
But
it did shape Gogo though, that's for sure.
If that's what she likes, then sure, go off.
I don't have any fashion like expectations for like to see anymore. I think.
quite clear.
I think yeah.
It's quite clear what she's
yeah. The other ladies, okay. I can tell they want that for themselves. I think we can just leave her.
I get that
and wrap that up.
Let's do that.
All right. So now we are chilling at the beach in our very average somewhere. Let me forgive. Let me start that again. So we are chilling at the beach in our swimwear, and the ladies are in their little sections. Yes. We see Princess, Jojo, and Angel. They speak about like that whole Annie and Jojo fight, but it's very clear that you know what, they've wrapped that up. The ladies have truly like forgiven and forgotten. It's very clear. I liked that. Very respectful, very demure. Even Princess, like when Angel wanted to continue the conversation, Princess was like, no, they've wrapped it up, and that's great. So that conversation was wholesome. And then we have two conversations
happening at the same time.
Happening at the same time. These ones, Manji, it's on. It's on. We have Annie and Zena. Annie and Zena had already chilled earlier on in the day. In the train and whatever, which was really cool. So they got to bond. So I guess they are extra bonding now. Yeah. And they're really kind of just getting into the whole beef thing with Dr. C and Zena. And Annie is hyping her up. But you know what, girl? I do think you should just, speak your truth. I do think you should let these ladies know where you stand. And everyone at the end of the day wants to know what happened. Yes. So just speak your truth and don't let her walk over you. She's advising her. I feel like her advice was cool. It made sense. Honestly speaking, like, who's going to pretend like Dr. C is the best person ever? Absolutely. Like, she deserves to be called out. And I liked that whole conversation. And I really believed Zena was going to do something, but we'll get there. Hi! Then we go to the most interesting conversation. Oh, that was truly felt like, in my opinion, charity work. Madame and Miriam were working hard. They were hard at work trying to convince Dr. C to be a better person and to basically like just close up this thing. Mediate it. They're going to mediate it and it's going to go well and they're going to wrap it up and everyone's going to be happy family. What did you think about that conversation? Because, wow, what a journey.
I think basically that conversation was a lot. Because you sit there and you realize that Dr. C was not even hearing them. Like, I feel like for me, like to her, it was just like a joke. Like, we're just trying to make conversation. We're just doing this for TV, but we're not actually going to sort this out, guys. Like, let's be so for real. Like, let's be so FFR right now. Who wants to sort it out? Who actually wants to sort it out? Because I don't see a problem with what I did. So I think that's kind of where she was at. But the problem was that Madame and Miriam were not reading through that. Like, for them, like, they actually felt like she was being so sincere. I don't know how. I also don't know, because I felt like she was patronizing them the entire time. Yeah. Like, it felt very much like...
But you know what? Miriam could kind of read it, because at some point she was like, especially when she mentioned the Women's Day posting, like, even Miriam was like, Miriam immediately said, I saw that video, that is not what you're saying it is. So I think at some point, like, she was kind of reading that this might be pointless, but Madame was definitely thinking this is life changing.
I'm gonna be able to
get this. She even told us that, guys, if you know two people that don't get along and you know them and you have access to them, it's your responsibility sometimes to get right in the middle and help solve this problem. So she was doing the Lord's work, in her opinion.
And you know what? I think that because you've already brought up the Women's Day video. It's only right that we get into them. Guys, Dr. C has a huge problem. Like, she's actually such a huge problem because she's saying this thing, but, like, she put herself out there. She did. Put her pride aside. She put her pride aside and, like, throughout an olive branch for Zena and all the women that she has issues with, and apologized and said good uplifting things to them on Women's Day.
And then they show us the clips.
And then Miriam's like, okay, like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I saw those videos, and that was not what an olive branch looks like. So I'm thinking, oh, Shirley.
I was very curious.
Like, Shirley. Then, Sana.
Bob, you know, received.
Inset Women's Day video. Dr. C is sitting there like, hi, Zena. Dr. C here.
I don't like you.
No, you don't like me. And I also don't like you. This shit goes off.
And even, like, but what I like about you.
And even in the things that she's saying, there's shame.
Yes, like the plastic surgery. So she said, I like your plastic surgery.
I said, what's actually going on here? And the gag is, it was not just Zena that she made a video
No,
for.
Even her apparent ex-friend, which she claims they're still friends till this day, but she was included in that video. And I'm sure that video was a long video, because I can only imagine how many enemies my girl has. And I'm sure she had to cut that list short because she had to put the relevant people in it, like the people we know. So I'm sure she had to chop other people out. We're like, hey, who's this person? Let me just chop this one out. It was an edited list.
No, guys, Dr. C, honestly.
But again, like, guys, are narcissists down? Like, what do you mean on International Women's Day you're going to post a sarcastic post about, like, olive branches?
No, but to her it's not sarcastic. It's not. She's being genuine.
Even when she said, oh, Zena agreed that she's the most realist person, right, in the season. And I knew immediately when she said it that they were going to play a clip and it was probably not going to be what she's saying. She was like, no, Zena, like, even said, I'm the realest person who's in the room. And she did say that. But she wasn't saying it to compliment her. She was literally just saying it to, like, point out to other women that you guys are fake. At least she's, like, she sucks as a person. Because she even said she treated me really badly. So, like, she sucks as a person, but at least she's transparent about sucking, where the rest of you suck, but you're trying to make it a secret. And she took that as a compliment, guys. Absolutely. She took that as an achievement. She took that as Zena potentially, like, liking her.
Yes. Absolutely.
How? But do you see how this behavior, like, you're taking a small thing that you heard someone say and you're literally exaggerating it and making it seem like it's the biggest thing that's ever happened, and that it was this big compliment, and that, like, she actually maybe secretly actually likes you. It's weird behavior. And then also same with Women's Day. Why would you waste your Women's Day? You could just post it, like, what do people put? Animations.
Honestly, even though text like says Happy Women's Day
to all the women before me, with me, after me.
And wrap it up.
And
again, Dr. C is like a child that had zero attention growing up, because every time, like, people's eyeballs are looking elsewhere, she will find something. She'll need to find a moment. Like, she's such a moment person where she needs to do this grand thing that is going to now make her the topic of discussion, which is so boring, so immature, like, so narcissistic, and...
no. I don't know how Madame thought that was going to end the way she thought it was going to end.
And the disappointment when she was actually pissed at the table that
but that's because she genuinely
spent our time, like, we spent hours, like, trying to speak to you, and, like, you were just making clowns of us. We were the joke in the situation.
She meant that.
No,
she genuinely is expected
my
change.
Chat is, she saw what type of person Dr. C is from the
she
onset.
Thought she did the Lord's work. In that moment, Madame was also just thinking about her ability to mediate the situation. So at first she was concerned, like, she was going to go to this table and she already spoke to Dr. C, and this is going to go so well, or it's going to go however, but it's going to be a situation. And then she realized it was a waste of my time, because I wasted my time instilling something in you, only to find out that you left that at the door, at the beach. You left all that instilling I did at the beach.
The time Dr. C didn't give...
Madame was giving, like, I have older kids, I know this, I know this, I know ball, I know how to process this, I know how to mediate, and then I get there and my kid embarrasses me. What a waste of my time you are.
And honestly, it was giving
waste.
It was giving that moment where, like, parents will, like, say that their kid can do something, and then when the guests are here, the kid doesn't do it.
Do it. Dance. And they get annoyed, like, they get so annoyed.
Yes,
they're like, try to bribe 10 rand, I'll give you 10 rand. I'll give you 10 rand. Dr. C was just like,
Dr. C, oh my God, she is the moment. I'm afraid.
And she wasn't phased by disappointing.
I'm afraid that, like, her doing all these things and the fact that people are talking about her right now just proves that she really is the show.
She is. I wanted to say, like, it doesn't help. Eh?
Absolutely not.
Right now, she's the show. I mean, how much of this video have we spent saying Dr. C?
Dr. C, Dr. C, Dr. C.
Babe, take a shot every time we say Dr. C. You're done. You haven't even made it to this point of the video. You're watching this tomorrow.
Oh my God.
You're watching this the next day. Post your hangover. She's the show.
Yo, so I think since we're already here, it makes sense that we actually then go into the dinner and all that transpired there. And I actually want us to start with Jojo and Angel. Okay, so you'll remind me because the episode kind of was boring, so I did kind of zone out at some moments. But I do remember them all being at the table, and Jojo wasn't there at some point.
Yeah.
Then they start speaking about
Annie calls them out, all of them, and says, "I both ladies,
because of
like,
violence.
What's up with the violence?
You guys like to fight,
yes.
And then Angel
then
tries to, I guess, explain herself into being like, yes, I don't condone violence, that violence is a good thing. It's not at all. But unfortunately, sometimes you are pushed into situations where that side of you is forced to come out.
Yeah.
And she's trying to explain this moment.
That this person's charging at me, and I'm not going to sit down.
I think to some extent she was saying that in as much as it's not right, but if you are the person that put me or allowed my emotions to get to this point, then fine, like, let's go, like, let's rock. If that's what you want to do, let's rock. And I don't feel bad about it because you are the one that made me get to that point, So basically, Jojo walks in at that moment, and like now she's already starting to fagaza on some and Angel's like, firstly, you weren't even here when this conversation started, so like keep quiet and try to figure out what the conversation is about before you jump in starting to defend Maria. Which, firstly, let's start there. I feel that was completely wrong of Jojo. Like, you can't walk into a conversation and not know what the conversation is about. You just come in leading with assumptions that you think that this is what the conversation is about, and because you feel that your friend is involved in this, then now you're going to throw in your 5 rand. Like,
but Jojo
no, she was there, but no.
Because
why do I feel like
she walked in? She walked in, but she walked in very early to the conversation. So she walked in while Angel was still talking about her beliefs, like of, I don't condone violence, but if you're provoked, then Angel actually enters her, brings her into the conversation and says to her, you were there, because she says, I was provoked, and looks at Jojo and says, you were there. Jojo in return says, but you also provoked her.
Now Fagaza Maria. I hear you.
Then she said, not you, like, defending her. Then she said, no, I'm not defending her. However, I'm not saying you, like, I'm not going to lie and say you didn't provoke her as well. Like, yes, she provoked you, but you also provoked her. So that's how Ujojo Ngenat. So by the time Ujojo, like, was deep in the conversation, she had been there.
Okay, valid.
That's valid. Like, Angel.
Okay,
because Angel thought she was gonna back her up.
All right.
Because I need to Maria.
Then I want us to get into that entire altercation and what you think that was about.
You know what? Angel, fine. Like, I understood her point. You know what? Like, as much as, like, I don't condone it, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit and let someone, like, charge at me. I'm going to also, like, stand up and, And then, Jojo. Now, I will say, my girl was, in the beginning, like, it didn't seem like she was talking about her being hit. It just felt like we were just talking about Maria and whatever. And then she brought up, maybe she remembered in that moment. Sometimes you do remember, like, you're talking about something, then you remember, I'm shy as well, right? So of course she's like, actually you hit me in the process. And Angel is like, but you were in my way. Like, I wasn't intending to hit you, but you fuck out yourself in a situation where it didn't involve you. And Jojo keeps saying, no, but you hit me, you came at this part and you hit me. Like, she just keeps repeating. Angel keeps repeating the same thing. Hi, my babe. I didn't intend to hit you, but you were in my way. Get out of my way. But Angel keeps getting more and more upset, and Jojo keeps repeating herself over and over. And of course, then the rest of the ladies just feel like, just apologize and move on.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, if like now she's telling you, whether she thought of it randomly, whether she always intended to bring it up, whether like it was literally just like, oh, by the way, as a friend that genuinely likes this girl and you know care for her, if she's saying, "Tell me like, yes, that fun fact you hit me," perhaps just say sorry and then move on to the rest of your point. But instead, Angel kept getting upset with her for bringing up the thing and kept saying like, "What were you like doing in business that didn't involve you? What were you doing?" And Ujojo even explains herself. She says, but like, it's two people I'm friends with fighting. I was in the middle trying to stop the situation, and still says you hit me, and Angel didn't care. So I felt the same way as the ladies. I felt like it would have been quicker if Angel was just like, told me like it was not my intention because you were in the middle of us. However, I would not want to hit you. Like, absolutely, duh. Why would I intentionally hit you? I am very sorry. I was not literally like seeing you and thinking, oh, Jojo's shy. Like. I literally was just trying to get to who I was getting to. And in that process, you get hurt and you're my friend. So I'm sorry. Love you. Moving on to my point. Yes. Then you continue.
This is what I actually wanted to say.
She just kept getting upset. She was getting upset at the fact that Jojo kept pagazaring, obviously, as well.
And also the fact that Jojo's not titillating
her. Titillating her. So I felt like Angel was like very like selfish in that moment. She just wanted to excuse her behavior, which I felt like it's okay. It's like you're already defending yourself. Just say sorry, you know, and move on, and then we can even move on from you because firstly, who even like said you first? Real. You know? Oh no, but Annie did. Sorry. Annie said to her, "You disappointed me," and then that's what made her speak. Yes. But still, man, she could have just wrapped it up quicker. But I felt the same way. Why is she ignoring Jojo? But Jojo, please, my sister, like I feel like everyone is like being gentle parents to you. Let me tell you something. You're growing, my angel. At some point, you have to learn how to like speak up for yourself, even to your friends. It doesn't mean you're gonna stop being friends with them. Doesn't mean that they're gonna hate you. Sometimes it does, but if that's what it is, then they're not your real friends. But if people are actually your real true friends, they're going to listen to you. They're going to take your feelings into account. They're going to actually apologize, take accountability, and you guys will be rosy again, because in life we make mistakes, especially like unintentional things like hitting you in the middle of the fight. That's your friend, you know, she didn't intend to hit you, you know, but you have to stand your ground and say, Aibo, Angel, hello, my chummy who loves me. I'm telling you right now that you hit me. Please apologize to me and accept that you hit me even though it was unintentional. You know, don't just be sitting there, my Angel, like a victim. Like, no. Like,
and I think we've also spoken about this about Jojo, the fact that it's almost like she feels like people are doing her a favor
by being friends with her.
And it's like, that's not the case.
That's not the case, babe. You're amazing.
Like, think of yourself as a prize now. And it's like, people need to feel privileged to be my friend in as much as I feel privileged that they are my friend as well.
The same way you hold them.
Reciprocate energy at all times.
Always.
So,
but Jojo,
love you down. Then, of course, at this dinner, we then moved to Zena and Dr. C.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, of course, I think we also need to take into account that both these people have had different people who were bumpering them, like in the afternoon. So Annie was busy speaking to Zena on some girl, like, I need you to stand up,
say
dust yourself off and speak your mind there by Dr. C. And Dr. C, her people are thinking, oh my gosh, like, I can't wait for this conversation because we've spoken to her. I'm sure she's calmed down. She's seen where she's wrong. Get to the table. Zena obviously
is struggling with her words.
Like, she can't get the words out. And now, of course, Dr. C is seeing this and she's thinking, oh gosh.
Because it's a power play with them too.
Perfect. Like, this is where I jump in and this is where I spin the story. This is where I get all eyes on me again. And I was very disappointed in that conversation because, genuinely speaking, I think also maybe from the clips that I've seen of Zena, I'm like, hey, man, like, I'm sure this lady is gonna come there with some energy on some hello, like, what were you saying? And like, now she's just like, Dr. C, like, then this happened, and I'm just like, speak up, we can't hear you. Stop there. Speak up, we can't hear you. Secondly, like Tetindo Vagala, you're like, bring us the facts of the situation. Tell us, okay,
this is what happened, around the bush.
This is what happened, this is what happened. So we can actually get a full picture of the story from your point of view. Then we can be like, oh, they were able to judge the situation properly. But now when you're dancing around it and it's almost like you're scared to hurt people's feelings or you're scared to say the wrong thing, like it's feeding more into Dr. C. Now we're speaking about her.
Because like you're saying, she saw that and immediately went to manipulation mode and started rubbing her and that behavior. And I was like, oh, Zena, babe, oh my goodness.
Oh, and that pissed Annie the hell
Please. I wanted to slap Zena awake because I needed her to stand up for herself. And please, we're not victim blaming here. I think in this moment, we're just like, we would love for her to stand up for herself. Same thing, the speech you just had for Jojo. It's like, stand up for yourself. Like, we are all grown women there. No one should be scared of anybody. You should be able to speak your mind. You were there. You were beefing with her. It was between you and her. You should be able to articulate what happened. And I understand that sometimes in moments like really, truly, people make us feel small. But in that moment, like, I was like, damn, I wish she looked at Annie in the eyes or something.
Real.
And tried to find the strength to fight her, because this woman, oh, Dr. C is killing us. Like, she's on our necks.
Literally.
And at that point, I sort of did understand Annie walking out, as dramatic as it was. I think she did, like, try to get Zena to speak up for herself, but also the witnessing of Dr. C just continuously, like, manipulating, and now doing it to Zena, like, very vividly. You see Zena is shaken up. It's like, it wasn't a nice sight to see, and it seems like Annie is probably triggered by something she has experienced in her personal life. So I got it. I was like, you know what, girl, I get it. Like, sometimes you just have to walk out so that you don't bring your own shit to the table.
Yes.
You don't, rather just get up and say, I'm out. I'm cool. And she told her, she said, nasty work, babe. Like, what you're doing? Again, Annie hates to see bad behavior. And bad behavior.
And I think, though, what I do love and I respect about Annie is that she knows herself.
Yes.
And like you're saying, I feel like maybe that truly was a trigger for her, where she's been in situations, it felt very familiar, which is like, nah, man, like, I've experienced things like this, and dealing with someone like this is actually so overwhelming, so triggering. So I think her knowing herself, and maybe she knows that if she sits here any longer and she listens to this any longer,
she's gonna lash out.
She's gonna pop off. So she's like, you know what? Let me actually remove myself from the situation, because in as much as I can amp you up, like, I can't force you to speak, and I can't stand up for you if that's not what you want for yourself. So let me rather remove myself, and you'll deal with it whenever you want to deal with it. Yes, it was dramatic, but I can respect her for knowing herself and knowing her boundaries 100%.
But Dr. C, guys, usile down. And I do hope at some point in the season, Uzena can give her a piece of her mind, because it seems like that was what was happening in that other season. So I don't know what is happening right now. Maybe my girl's a bit triggered now because she hasn't seen this woman in a long time, and maybe like her brain is like trying to catch up and everything. So but my hope is that the season doesn't end without her at least trying to slap her once. Just once. Just trying. Like, not doing it. Like
try.
Like, her hand could shake and maybe she could lift it and take it back. Like, I don't condone violence, but I need her to release. I need her to release. But Dr. C, what a mess, my darling.
Yeah. And overall, this episode, I definitely will give it a solid 5 out of 10.
Yeah, it was
slow.
All about Dr. C.
Slow
paced. I don't know, conversations. Yeah, the conversations were
boring
as well.
Boring.
I don't know.
And also, I think for me, maybe it would have made more sense if it was leading up to that dinner actually being the blowing moment.
Yes.
Like, oh my god, like, I get it now. But like, also the dinner, everything was kind of just like, and then it just kept going down.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a 5 out of 10. There wasn't as much drama as episode 1, which for me was kind of confusing, because usually it's the other way around.
Yes.
Episode 1 is kind of and then episode 2 starts building up. So now I'm at a point where I'm just like, I don't know where to from here. it's just, are we still, is this whole season going to be about this Coffin and Zena and Dr. C thing?
That's the thing.
And I genuinely, truly hope not.
No.
But we'll see.
Crystal, bring out the big guns.
Please! I genuinely thought episode 2, Crystal's gonna walk through those doors.
Keep on because wow, we need it right now. But it's okay, it's one episode. Let's wait for episode 3 and see.
We'll see.
Perhaps there's something there for us.
Definitely. But don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next week, same time, same place. Bye. Bye.